Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
Yes, you can manifest your specific person just by self-concept alone. I'm actually the queen at helping people do this. Instead of having to do affirmations for their specific person, instead they really just want to place all the focus on themselves. In fact, this client right here, as soon as she joined my academy, she was actually starting to get contact from her specific person, and now he's treating her completely different. He unblocked her, all just by placing the focus on herself and doing exactly what I asked her to do. Stay tuned, and I'm going to explain to you in this video how to effectively change your self-concept to manifest your specific person. Hey, sexy. It's your girl Cindy, your mindset and life coach that helps women and men how to change your mindset when it comes to relationships, money, health, business, and all areas of life. I'm also a licensed nurse that can help you manifest your health issues away. And on this channel, I teach you to manifest the right way. So the first step, how you're gonna use your self-concept, is obviously get real with yourself about your limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs is what drives your behaviors and why you tend to repeat the same patterns with people. So if you're someone that's always just getting ghosted by people, it's not for no reason. It's definitely because of how you're behaving and how you're perceiving things. So we really want to get clear on who we're being and notice the pattern that is going on, because you don't have your specific person and you want them. So be very honest with yourself. Why don't I have them? What am I doing that is causing this issue? When you guys can be honest with yourself, then you can easily target those limiting beliefs. 2, I know I've preached this many times in a lot of my videos. Have some fucking boundaries. I don't care what nobody says. Have some boundaries. Having boundaries is so healthy, and that's what creates healthy relationship dynamics, and people wouldn't even think about leaving you because you hold yourself to a high standard. Boundaries are so important. I don't care. People go like, oh, well, I shouldn't have to set boundaries. If you can't set boundaries, that shows me where your self-concept is and how you view yourself. I set boundaries with everything in my life. I set boundaries with friends, family, and even romantic partners. You have to do the same thing. Even at work, you have to set boundaries. Like, I have no issue writing people up at work. I'm a nurse, so I feel like if you're not doing your job correctly, or you feel like you can talk to me a certain way, I have no issues with writing people up. This shows that I have strong boundaries and I do not care about validation from this external world. Setting boundaries makes you super attractive, and that's gonna make your specific person see you in a brand new light. You're not forcing things, you're just changing your identity and targeting your limiting beliefs, and naturally, you will start to respect yourself and set healthy boundaries. Also, speaking of boundaries, that's when you know how to speak up for yourself. I notice people who have poor self-esteem don't know how to speak up for themselves, and they'll notice something that they don't like and they tend to brush it under the rug as if it was nothing, and then it tends to get worse. I don't give a fuck if everyone sees you pushed out. I don't care if reality is just an illusion or reflecting you. That doesn't mean you have to allow your reality to bully you. So that means you don't have to allow other people, like your specific person, do disrespectful things because of your current state. You should always take responsibility for who you're being, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that you accept what they're doing and you just let them do whatever they want. Absolutely not. I'm getting so many people who are commenting in my TikTok lives and telling me really insane things that are like driving me nuts. I had a girl ask me in my TikTok live, I don't know if she's watching this video, if you are, hello, saying, my specific person, we have sex and then he leaves and doesn't talk to me for a while, comes back and has sex, hits it and quits it, and doesn't even check on her, just gets what he wants and gets the fuck on. Why are you treating your body like it's a grocery store? And I'm just gonna keep it real here. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm just gonna tell you. You're very beautiful. You're very attractive. I've seen your profile picture. But as a woman that is that attractive, that is beneath your worth. It is so beneath you. You should not be letting a man hit it and quit it and then get the fuck on. What does that say about you? It doesn't really say much about him. And I know you guys don't want to hear this stuff because I know a lot of you guys probably do this, but what does this say about you? You don't know how to set healthy boundaries. You don't respect yourself. You don't feel worthy of commitment, because somebody that truly wants commitment and takes that seriously is not going to be acting in that type of manner. That is a self-concept of not being chosen, because if you felt chosen, you would not let somebody to gain that access to you without having to work for it. Having access to you should be a privilege, and people should have to work to be your friend. People should work to even be in a romantic relationship with you and even have sex with you. Sex is a huge deal. Your body is your temple. You guys are on here because you want marriage, you want something serious. And if you want something serious, you gotta hold yourself to that high standard. I'm not on here teaching you guys to be in friends with benefit situations, have multiple partners, have sex with a ton of people. I'm teaching you guys how to get the committed relationship that you always deserve. That's going to do that. And that is self-concept alone. Does someone with a healthy self-concept allow somebody to sleep with them and then leave and not talk to them for a certain period of time? Absolutely not. That's not the version of you or him that you want that's going to get you the desired outcome that you want. Also, I'm getting some people who are playing roles as side chicks. They're like, yeah, I know he's married, but I'm having sex with him and he's still using me. First, the fuck off. There's nothing wrong with manifesting someone that's married, okay? Because you're not even doing anything. But as long as you're being fucking messy and you're playing that role perfectly fine as a side chick, it's not going to change. Stop trying to take action that makes you look desperate and respect yourself and value yourself enough that's going to get you the results that you want. In order for a man to leave his wife, do you think he's really gonna leave his wife by you acting in a disrespectful manner like that? Absolutely fucking not. Respect yourself, have some standards, and manifest them without having to identify as somebody that's a fucking side piece. No, you're not green beans and casserole. You're the main course dish. Quit fucking doing this shit. I don't care how you guys feel. You know what? I keep it real on my channel. If you want the real deal, act like you're the real deal. Also, I wanted to talk about dating to distract yourselves. I'm getting a lot of people that I'm coaching that are like, oh, I'm just dating them just to distract myself. Okay, what that says about you, that you seek external validation, you are desperate, I'm just keeping it real, and you're avoiding your own issues. Because a woman with standards, high self-esteem, that respects herself and knows that she's gonna get what she wants is not going to distract herself in male attention to distract whatever she has going on internally. If she takes this relationship seriously, this marriage seriously that she's trying to get with this specific person, she is going to face who she truly is and spend time alone to work on herself. No, it doesn't matter what you do in the 3D, but 95% of you are just dating other people because you don't believe you can get what you want. So you settle for less and you date people who you genuinely don't see a future with. And I'm just calling you out because if you were truly in the state of having that desire, would you really be disrespecting yourself like that? Would you really just be distracting yourself with other people, male attention, just cause? And then I'm also gonna be honest here, women who seek male attention tend to talk about men all day. If when I talk to you and all the subject is about men, and if your self-worth comes from whatever men do for you or you just being around the presence of a man, you have very poor self-esteem and you are a very needy, clingy person. Face your own problems, see who you truly are being. That is very attractive. If you want long-term results and you want to effectively manifest someone, stop avoiding your own issues with chaos, being around other people, and distracting yourself with male attention. And last but not least, stop trying to rush the process. Stop trying to force things in the 3D. Because here's the thing, a lot of times your manifestations just show up very naturally, okay? In my experience, and most people will tell you the same thing. When you manifest a relationship or marriage with someone, it all happens so naturally, it's going to look like it was going to happen anyway. That's with any manifestation. It happens so subtly. But a lot of you guys are trying to do things out here. You're trying to force text messages. You get upset because they haven't texted you at a specific time. They didn't respond to you. That's you trying to force outcomes. Well, he still hasn't said anything to me. I don't understand. He texted me first, or this is going on. It's just a part of the bridge of events. Stop trying to control how things have to happen. You're too attached to the outcome. Most relationships happen naturally anyway. If you want a healthy relationship, you should not be all in your head wondering when they're going to give you the commitment. That's not you being in the state of already having the commitment. When you are actually in the state of having it, you will allow things to happen naturally. And I will say it again, when you are actually in the state of having your desire, you will allow things to happen very naturally because you understand that you already have it and there's nothing else you need to do. All you have to do is just go with the flow of the manifestation. It's already here, you already have it. There's nothing you need to do. You will start to appreciate movement. You will actually not get overly excited for movement. You'll be happy about it, but you'll more so appreciate it because it's just reaffirming that you already have it. All of my friendships and romantic relationships happened When I stopped trying to be in a romantic relationship, when I stopped trying to be friends with people, when I stopped doing that, I actually became someone that people wanted to be friends with, where people wanted to give me commitment and give me marriage, because I became the person instead of trying to do it. 90% of you guys that look at my videos are trying to be in a relationship, are trying to get your manifestation, are trying to manifest money. You trying to do it is why you don't have it, because manifestation is just about being the person that has it. That's all it is. You guys are making this way more harder than what it is. And before I knew about manifestation, when I just stopped trying things, quit trying to force things, quit being so attached to the boyfriend, girlfriend title in my mind, when I just quit being so attached to it all in my head and I dropped it and I just started focusing on the beautiful things in my life, I got into a relationship and I knew nothing about manifestation. I subconsciously started to act like someone who was loved, someone that deserved commitment, someone that was attractive, someone that could stay present, because all those things is what attracted that relationship in. I became someone who got it. I became whole and complete on my own. That's what attracts the friendships and relationships. Notice when someone is just trying to come into your orbit and they're trying too hard to be your friend, they're already calling you their bestie, they're already forcing a connection, things are moving way too fast. It's not happening naturally, and then ironically, you feel a little drained around this person, you don't know why. That's because that person is trying to force and be friends with you. They're trying to force a connection and be friends with you. And then you kind of start to think, does this person have bad intentions? Is this person really genuine? Do they even see me for who I am? Are they using me for some type of validation for their own life? Is this why they're so clingy and needy towards me? You guys are doing the same thing with your specific person when you guys are trying to force outcomes. And some of you guys may be trying to do this with friends. It's not natural and it's off. The energy is off. So when you guys do this, that's when people start ghosting you and not wanting shit to do with you, because you're not letting things happen at a natural process. Remember, people who own who they are and know they have something don't have to force things. They allow it to just happen, because all they have to do is be it, and that is it. So I know you like my video. Please like, share, subscribe to my lovely channel. One-on-one coaching is on sale right now. You guys really do not need coaching from me, because my Sexy Mindset Makeover Academy has everything in it for you guys to effectively manifest all your desires. I love you guys, and if you enjoyed my video, please click on the video that's showing on the screen and see you for my next video.